Good day to each and everyone. I am Anmanik Apolista, second year BS IT, and in this video I will be discussing what I have learned in PRC6, which is the networking tool. The first lessons that we have tackled is all about the introduction to packet tracer. I have learned that the packet tracer is a protocol simulator created by Cisco System Dennis Frezzo and his team. Packet tracer is a cross-stage visual recreation instrument planned by Cisco System that permits clients to make network geographies and emulate present-day PC organizations. The product permits clients to mimic the design of Cisco switches and switches utilizing a reenactment order line interface. The software is predominantly engaged towards certified Cisco Network Associate Academy students as educational tool for helping them learn fundamental CCNA concepts. The next is the basic setting on a router. I have learned in this that the basic addressing and configuration of Cisco devices were covered. Setting a Cisco router security, these are the password user exec, secret user exit. The difference between the secret and the password is that the secret is encrypted when you show the running configuration on the router. Privilege exec mode. In here, after typing on a prompt, you will be greeted with a password first. Next is the static and DHCP. I have also learned that the static IP addresses allow network devices to retain the same IP addresses all the time. A network administrator must keep a track each statically assigned device to avoid using that IP address again. While DHCP is a protocol for automating the task assigning of the IP addresses. The advantage of static routing. It is easy to implement. It is most secure way of routing since no information is shared with other routers. It puts no overhead on resources such as CPU or memory. The disadvantage of static routing is that it is suitable for only small network. If a link fails, it cannot reroute the traffic. Static routes suits for the small company, while in dynamic routes, it is for the multi-level company that manages a lot, not only one building, but more branches, and it should be used the dynamic routing. The disadvantage of dynamic routing is when you restart, the IP address will be lost. We cannot really configure a router if we are not a Cisco certified. OSPF means short path. It always finds the shortest path to the availability of the network for the packet data to be sent to the destination. EIGRP uses in small networks. Routing Information Protocol or RIP. I have learned that the Routing Information Protocol is one of the oldest distance vector routing protocols, which employs the hop count as routing metric. RIP prevents routing loops by implementing a limit on the number of hops allowed in a path from source to destination. I have also learned to configuring it. RIP prevents routing loops by implementing a limit on the number of hops allowed in a path from source to destination. I have also learned how to configuring it. OSPF, or also known as Open Shortest Path First, I have learned that it's a logical grouping that groups network area. All routers within the same area share the same topology, recommended for the larger network because it scales more. Reason to segment an OSPF network into areas reduces the sizes of routing tables, faster converge, less calculation during route discovery and fulfillment of the routing table, easier to troubleshoot. OSPF metrics. I have learned that OSPF considers individual cost of each link on the path before choosing best route. The cost of the entire path from the source to destination is the sum of all outgoing interface along the path. And I have also learned about the VLAN is VLAN logically segment switch networks based on the functionals, project teams, or applications of the organizations to the network. All workstations and servers used by a particular workgroup share the same VLAN regardless the physical connection or location. VLANs function by logically segmenting the network into different broadcast domains so that the packets are only switched between parts that designed for the same VLAN.